Hello and thanks for watching. I'm Keiser, your state senator from the 33rd Legislative District, which includes Burien, Des Moines, Kent, Normandy Park, and SeaTac. Last week we passed a key cutoff deadline for the first half of the legislature and the policy bills we've been considering. I'm pleased to report that many key pieces of legislation have now passed out of the Senate and have continued to move forward in the House. One proposal I sponsored that passed out of the Senate was legislation to create a state health care exchange for small businesses and individuals. This exchange will generate access to affordable health care insurance and tax credits for businesses and individuals. This is a key piece of infrastructure in building towards universal health care by 2014. Legislation to create new restrictions and safeguards for vulnerable adults also passed. These individuals are too often victimized and defrauded by caregivers and even relatives who take advantage of frail and elderly seniors. Another piece of legislation I'm sponsoring to improve oversight and safety of adult family homes has also found support and is necessary to implement the budget, so is not subject to the usual cutoffs. Legislation regarding our state's cancer registry also has passed the Senate after a Seattle Times investigation on the connection between cancer deaths and occupations. It came to light that our state cancer registry did not always include the occupation of cancer victims. For researchers, the link between occupation and the cause of cancer is a critical piece of information, and my bill makes sure this information will be available. My proposal to establish integrated primary care for individuals with complicated chronic conditions was heard last week in the House Health Care Committee already. This is a key cost-saving measure with the potential of creating cost savings of up to maybe 15 or even 20%. I am encouraged by the support it has received so far. Legislation regarding enhanced Medicaid fraud prosecution is one of my top priorities as well. Our state's current level of prosecution is not effective, and I fear this kind of fraud will only grow if we don't improve our fraud investigations and recoveries. This bill remains in the Senate, but it is also considered necessary to implement the budget and exempt from the usual cutoffs. Finally, my legislation to continue Green River flood protection efforts has also passed the Senate. The measure will create a stable funding source for the King County Flood Control District. Thus far, the Flood District has made great progress in protecting the lives, homes, and businesses within the Green River Valley, including much of Kent, through the construction of permanent levees. Without this critical legislation, that progress may come to an end. In the coming weeks, we'll be focusing on tough budget choices. That's what's ahead. But until next week, as always, it is an honor to serve you.